Hello everyone, today I wanted to share my Xiao build and team compositions with you guys, and as always I start with the build, then go over team compositions and show some Abyss gameplay at the end.
Everybody stand back!
Live! Disappear! Worthless! Here! Here!
Xiao is really easy to play, except for if you want to play on mobile. I haven't tried it myself, but I heard it can be quite annoying. Just something to keep in mind if you want to build this character. And speaking of the build, it's pretty straightforward, just high attack, a crit rate, crit damage, and in his case obviously a Nemo damage bonus. You don't need any elemental mastery, but you definitely want some energy recharge. He has some energy problems, and in general, generating energy on this character is a little weird, but we'll get into this later. For talents, Xiao primarily deals damage with plunging attacks after using his elemental burst skill, so these two skills should be your main priority, and after this you can level up the elemental skill. It still deals some decent damage. And now for Constellations, basically the same story as in my Shonyun video. I feel like Xiao's Constellations also feel a little uninspired, except for Constellation 6, which basically changed his gameplay to spamming his elemental skill off cooldown. Since this is a 5-star character, I think it's a little worse, because if you get a duplicate it should usually be exciting, because the Constellation 1 for most 5-star characters is definitely decent in most cases, but this time it obviously feels like a waste. And even if you decide to whale all the way to Constellation 6, you're basically asked to just throw hundreds of dollars into the trash for the previous 5 constellations, which I personally don't like. And now for weapon options, and this is where it gets a little disappointing for free-to-play players, because I don't think there are any easily accessible main DPS polearms. So if you have a lithic spear, it can definitely work pretty well on him, and even if you have like a wave breaker's fin, you can just use it as a stat stick for its high attack. But other than that, you are probably best off to just buy the battle pass and get that polearm. And as always, if you have a 5-star weapon, you don't even have to think about it, it will be the best option. For artifacts, it's actually the exact opposite. He is actually quite easy on the grind, and we already covered substats earlier. For main stats, you always want attack percentage in this slot, always a Nemo damage bonus in this slot, and always crit rate or crit damage, whichever one balances your build better in the last slot. And since he has Ascension stat crit rate, it's most likely crit damage here. And this is why he is so easy to build, because he doesn't require a 4-piece set. So you can go with a 2-piece gladiator set and just pair it with the 2-piece viridescent set, which you get here. And now for team compositions. Xiao is a main DPS, so you want to pair him with 2 supports and a healer, and the best thing about him is he is incredibly flexible. He doesn't require an elemental resonance like a lot of the Geo characters, or elemental reactions like a lot of the other elements. He just works on his own. So you could just pick everyone's favorite healer Bennett, but as always any healer works, and 2 random sub DPS like Albedo and Zhangling for example. And this just works fine, it will get the job done, but as always with every character that is considered strong, there is one team composition that gets really popular, and in case of Xiao it is Albedo as a support, Zhongli as a support. Those 2 characters give you the Geo Resonance, and you get passive damage from Albedo and sustain from Zhongli. And in your last slot you want a second Anemo character, for example Venti if you don't want a healer because you have Zhongli, or if you want a healer you can pick something like Jin or Sayu for example, and you get your Anemo Resonance. And now for the showcase. Like I said, Xiao is really easy to use. He primarily only deals damage while his elemental burst skill is active, so all you want to do is press it and just spam plunging attacks. And you primarily do this. One important thing to note is when you use your elemental skill while the elemental burst skill is active, you see you generate no energy particles. So you kind of want to wait until it runs out and then press your elemental skill to just generate energy and get your elemental burst skill up again, running as soon as possible to just deal damage again. And for now I'm gonna leave you with some Abyss gameplay. Unfortunately this stage is really bad for Xiao because it really highlights the energy problems against single bosses with multiple phases. It makes it really awkward to time his elemental burst skill, but I kind of tried to work around it by using Ningguang as a second main DPS. Anyway, that's it for me for now, and I'll come back at the end of the video.
Your life is mine. Yeah.
Why do they never miss? Everybody stand!
Live. Don't waste my time. It's nothing. Submit. Don't waste my time.
Burst forth. Feel this ancient power.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Evil conquering. Worthless. Here. Here. Worthless. Here. Here. Here.
Give up. Your life is mine.
Alright, we made it to the end. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this gave you some inspiration for your own builds. Stay tuned for more videos, have fun, and bye bye.